Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is 2025. So yes, January 2025. I can start with saying Happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing great. You know, it's been a ride. It's been such a ride, and all I can say is just keep expecting more of that ride to continue. It's no need to get off of the ride. If you do choose to get off the ride, just understand that it's going to be taken off. It's going to be continuing on without you. But all right, so without further ado, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to pretty much, now this is January, but just know that the energies that we're kind of starting off with, the beginning of January is pretty much going to happen and going to play out through, it's going to be like the stepping stone, the energy that sets what's going to happen for the rest of the year, at least up to April, okay? Like around April the 21st or whatever. And so just know that, and I'm just going to do all signs. This is pretty much for sun and rising, and you can look at your moon as well. The reason why I try to keep it like sun and rising energy the most is because it's less confusing to try to just keep up with everything. You know, when you start trying to keep up with what your Venus sign is doing and Mars sign is doing, not even putting into aspects with where these places, where certain placements are actually, and like where your natal Mars, your natal Venus, your natal placements versus the transit placements, because you gotta look at all that. And I feel like when doing the sun and the rising, mostly it's easier to keep up with, okay, and less confusing. Look at your sun and your rising. I'm not against looking at your moon. Go ahead and do so, but the energy is just pretty much straight to the point, and it's best to operate off of that if you want to, just not that you're reacting to it, but just to know what could possibly be coming your way due to certain energetic placements. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. And Aries, for this month, you're looking at independent soul searching, old money, finding monetary outlets, harsh reality surrounding career and your image, ways to work with others on the same page as you, and expectations on possessions and what it is that you want. Now, I want to also highlight the fact that I said ways to work with others on the same page as you, because, you know, typically, Aries, you put yourself in a situation or the position sometimes to be the one that is willing to, let's say, try to get people in to interact with people that maybe not even on like vibing the same as you, wanting the same outcomes as you, not on the same page as you, because you're just like, okay, well, I can always make them see things differently later, which is that may or may not happen. And it's just really a harsh gamble for you to get to the end results, the end of something, or deep into something, and just to realize, okay, me and this person, we don't even have the same things in common. We're not, you know. So instead of just going head on, headstrong into situations, really take a step back and see how you're feeling. Like, make these check marks within yourself, make these checkpoints within yourself. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further and tell you the transits that's causing this. You know, with the independent soul searching, you have Venus entering into Pisces. This is Pisces energy. And the true north node is in Pisces, and this is falling in your 12th house. So it's really asking you the question of, Aries, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you feel emotionally, psychologically, subconsciously you've been hung up at? Like something that maybe is some information that you want to know. Maybe it's something dealing with your health. Which, by the way, maybe it's a lost partner or someone that you used to know, or just even looking at previous opportunities that you have, financial opportunities that you have, relationship opportunities, or that you found yourself in, and really asking yourself the question of, or looking at where you were at that time that you were making certain decisions, not for blame, but saying, judging from where I am, where do I want to go? Simple as that. Okay, if you keep it that simple, it'll be easier for you, although it is, pretty emotional for you still. It's just the best route to go. Trust me when I tell you. So, secret connections, or even rekindling something with someone that, it could be rekindling something with someone that you had a special connection with, or has some sort of special or significant play in your life, or interactions in your life. And also, you might find money or ways to make money, like tap into that source. But definitely partnerships. Just be careful of people that are trying to be too secretive with partnerships. Because if you're just like the type of person where you're just like, nope, I'm looking for something true, I'm looking for something serious, I'm looking for something that I feel proud of, valuable, that adds value to my life, I don't want any secret rendezvous or secret affiliations with anybody. Because if you want to be with me, you're going to come out and you're going to be with me, baby, and that's it, and that's all. And then you had Mars retrograding in Cancer. You also have a full moon in Cancer happening in your 4th house of security. I'm going to talk more about the full moon in Cancer on a different video. Okay, on another individual video aside from this. So, but here we go, because with the retrograding, this could be you. This is dealing with security, and you possibly doing some independent soul searching, because the people and the others that you're doing it with, or you're trying to do it with, they can't help you find the answers, not the way that you think. Okay, and so remember that. And this is just around security, home life, family life. All right. Because if you was to use the retrograde energy to understand that you're not just borrowing forward, you're actually taking the time to consider how you may feel. And even in some instances, Aries, like how others may feel. And I get it, because you're probably like, I'm always dealing with how others may feel. But, when you could really tap into that energy for yourself and what security means for you, it just plays out differently. You know what I mean? Because really taking in the way others may feel could be just as simple as understanding that they're not on the same page as you, and seeing it and letting it be what it is to move forward. You definitely have Mercury entering your 10th house, and this is in Capricorn. This could talk about that old money as well, but understand that this is also finding these monetary outlets that I mentioned, because you're going to be specifically identifying, and then mapping out, structurizing, navigating what goals that you have for the year 2025 that you're putting in place, and that you're actually going to pursue and execute. Okay, this is the way to go. I'm telling you. So a lot of ideas or communication dealing with you prioritizing your goals, your career, your work, things dealing with finances, and getting down to that harsh truth and reality on what could be limiting you in this area. You also have the sun entering in Aquarius, Mercury entering in Aquarius, and a new moon in Aquarius towards more of the end of the month. And this is definitely in your 11th house. Okay, so this is ways to work with others on the same page as you. So understand, we're not forcing anybody. I think you already know it. You're just like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. You can't make other people get on the same page as you. You can't make other people see things the way that you see them, and maybe you just gotta show them. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what you're learning. But unexpected people, associations, being aware, making connections, knowledge, information, updates in science, technology, using these things to connect with others. Okay, so there's no excuses. And expectations on possessions and what you want. This is going to be in your second house, but this is just all playing out. Uranus is going direct in Taurus, okay? So things usually seem out of your control when it comes to things that you're needing, you're wanting, financial situations. And to be honest with you, Uranus and Taurus has been splashing in and out, up and down, side to side, all around in your second house. And really, yes, bringing you when you least expect it or when you need relief the most, financial opportunities, situations, outlets, things of that nature. But you kind of feel like it's something that's kind of topsy-turvy. Sometimes it's out of control, whatever. But you are being in control of that and finding ways to be more in control of that. And especially as you realize that a lot of your finances and things of that nature is going towards other people. So I get it, because if you want to help your family, you're helping your family. But I'm just saying, you're going to find that energy kind of ease off in the mid-year, July, because Uranus is going to be coming out of your second house into your third house, okay? So, because when we have Uranus energy and things that we're expecting, sometimes if we're too gung-ho and going one direction or the way things has to happen, Uranus comes and shows up like, baby, you don't have any control over that. The only thing you can do is, the best way to operate and navigate Uranus energy is to do what you need to do in whatever that house or the area that is falling in, and just set yourself up for the opportunities to come in. All right, Aries. So this has been your 2025, the start to your 2025 and the energies that's starting you off. And I will say, really get focused on what are those things, like what you value, what you want to value in life. How do you get there? And focus on getting yourself there and setting these firm goals, okay? And pursuing them, because when all else fails, they're not. All right. Thank you, Aries. Taurus, hi, happy 2025. And just in case you missed the intro, really all this is me touching on what is starting out the year for you, the energies are starting out the year, and understand that even though this is just the month of January, it doesn't matter. These energies starting out, how you're starting out 2025 right now, and what's really influencing you is going to continue out until like what you said in stone now, because to continue out until like what, April? Even though that's not that far away, it's a few months away. Still, it's best to know this. So Taurus, you have Uranus going direct. In your sign, Uranus will be going direct, but it's at the end of January, and this is until July the 7th, right? July the 7th, and then it's moving to the sign of Gemini for good, thank God. I know some of you guys are like, what? Even though I'm going to tell you, when Uranus, as annoying as it could have been, finally moves out of your sign, I think a lot of you guys are going to feel it a lot more than you expected, because Uranus being in your sign allowed you to loosen up, allowed you to be able to experience life from a different perspective and experience things different, because you were you know that Uranus energy like pretty much took control of your positioning. But you know, Taurus can usually be, and I'm a Taurus moon, so I know all about this. Taurus usually could be fixated or stubborn, and it's hard to move Taurus. But when you get an energy like Uranus hitting anything in your personal plans and stuff of that nature, it just shows you how you should let go and just embrace what God has in store for you. Whether you look at it and how you perceive it is the answer. Because whether you look at it good, baby, bad, negative, positive, you always come out stronger, better. It's always something that you realize, like, wow, if without this experience, my life, I wouldn't be living. So, but finally, it's been in your sign for the past 7 to 8 years. That is that energy that is just seems so unexpected, so unpredictable, and just like, even with dealing with people and dealing with situations. And I honestly believe that Taurus is built to handle it, you know. You also have familial connections and reconnections that's coming up because you have Mars retrograde in your 3rd house, and there's a full moon in Cancer along with Mars retrograding in your 3rd house that's happening this month, around about the 6th to the 13th of the month. And I will be going over the full moon energies and how it's playing out separately, because I really want to focus in for you on what it is that you're specifically letting go of and shedding yourself of, and in order to really tune in to where you want to start when it comes to security, throughout January and into the year. So yes, you're going to be finding yourself being in communication and reconnecting with siblings, spending time with them, or just like information too, like coming across information that you possibly missed that you can utilize for your benefit, and just hearing things about it that's associated to your family. The big theme for 2025 is a lot of people finding out information that they did not know pertaining their bloodline, pertaining stuff like their mother, father, things around adoption, and just things with security. Because okay, so I want security, whether that's a new home, whether that's just to feel emotionally stable, whether that's to feel financially stable. And Mars will be retrograde in this area, so you could be feeling tired, and you could be feeling drained, like over certain things. But understand that this is just, it's not over, it's not done. This is just where you take the time to see what is being shown to you. This is even in love, and this is even how you treat yourself, because in how you deal with your own emotional security, because you're not supposed to ignore things, actions, reactions that others are doing and how they're presenting themselves. Honey, you're not supposed to, because you're not supposed to go save these people. You're not supposed to go help them out. The people during this time that is most valuable to you and most important and will play in assisting with support for you will be there, will show up, be willing to put in the same amount of effort as you are. Know that, okay? But there's changes around family and a home situation, okay? And this is some of you guys too, like having to, I don't know, you changed around something, I don't know, some of you guys might be looking into working from home or coming out of the home to work. So also keep that in mind. So yeah, but moving on, Taurus, it's not your 4th house. It's not your fourth house you're dealing with. You're dealing with your 3rd house. However, it's the sign of Cancer. Okay, so this is where I'm talking about home, family, and security at, because I was off on a tangent, and then it started feeling like I'm talking about the 4th house, but I'm really talking about the 3rd house. It's still in the sign of Cancer, okay? And some of you guys might excommunicate some people or realize like certain ways that you're thinking, or people that you might be, if you're feeling like you're coming up with ideas, or you're coming up with ways that you want to be, things that you want to do, and these certain standards and these certain like accomplishments or something, like this certain mini little short-term vision or complete vision of how you see yourself, where you want to go. And you have to also be willing to look at how to take steps to get there. With this being in the sign of Gemini, it's taking steps to get to this significant form of security for yourself. Okay, so we're not ignoring the details on what that looks like. Okay, just understand it as part of the process. Oh, distant goals. Yeah, because this is more that Mercury entering into Capricorn when it comes to like, no, yeah, distant goals. When it comes to your goals, because Capricorn, Mercury is going to be in your 10th house. So yes, you have to understand that accomplishing goals, working towards and pursuing them does take time. And I feel like you have to think of ways to maximize on your time. And also, some of you guys might have some communication or coming in, or some type of word hearing about something that you can do to build on your career, advance your career, things of that nature. But I put distant goals as a note because, like I said, those distant goals, like the goals that you're trying to complete, can seem just like so far away, so distant, but you're working on it. But and this is like something you might be starting, but for something that you've already been working on, you can pretty much, maybe you guys might end up making connections that is not, or needing to make connections outside of your norm. Even though we're dealing with Mercury here. But I also feel like this, the distant goals, something that seems so distant and so hard for you to do, it so far away, is actually right around you. You're going to be very much closer in your reach. But it could have been once seemed distant, or just like an idea or something. So definitely make sure, or you will be communicating in connection with the right people in order to do this. Oh, and that brings me back to, you feel like you have a certain vision for yourself, but what's making it impossible. Like, I think some of you guys, you might be seeing like what your siblings are doing, your close friends, people in your immediate and local environment, and you see that my thing is, don't let their lifestyles and don't let their way of viewing life and their perspective make you feel like something's wrong with you, because there could be something that you're supposed to be doing different than your siblings and people around you, but you don't be hard on yourself. Okay, embracing the unknown is the ultimate key for you. That's going to help you this month. I'm just telling you, embracing the unknown, because it's in your 11th house, baby. So Aquarius, the sun, this is getting towards the end of the month, but it doesn't matter. The sun, Mercury, and the new moon are all going to be in Aquarius. Okay, so this is embracing the unknown for 2025, especially all the way up until like April, the most. July, you're going to see Uranus make that shift, like I was telling you about earlier, into Gemini. And so if you can just understand that utilizing these opportunities that come up for you now is going to be beneficial for you. You got to find a momentum. You got to find a momentum to get these things started, to keep these, yourself going. Okay. Because now is the time to work towards or start ventures or something, because I want to say business. I just want, even expanding in your education, how you do something, working with foreigners. Now, this is not the 9th house. Let me just go here. Weird, quirky, different. And it don't even really got to be weird. But you know how the world is. One little thing that's done differently than what somebody would typically or normally do it as, they consider it as weird. It don't even got to be considered weird. But don't suppress yourself right now from that energy. Allow it, because once it moves out of your sign, I really believe that you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it, because this Uranus energy has allowed even people, like for instance, when things just seem like they could be falling apart, or you don't know how you're going to get something done, even Uranus allow people around you to make sure that it gets done. So it's going to be a little bit different, because those same people may not be available once it moves out of your sign, to assist and help with these things more freely. So embracing the unknown, and then new innovative goals, structures, and career is all in alignment for you. This is the thing. If you got to be willing to embrace it. You got to be willing to embrace it. I feel like Tauruses, when Uranus does go out of your sign this year, is going out with a bang. Okay. All right. So thank you, Taurus, and Happy New Year. Okay, Geminis. Okay, so Geminis, for you, I first want to start by saying that, so I first want to start by saying that, look at your sun, look at your rising. If you want to look at your moon, you can for these particular updates. But I just kind of feel like I'm just trying to keep people as, least confused as possible. And this is just the only way to do it. Also, I'm just going over briefly the points that you start out for 2025, the energetic points that you start out with on 2025, how you started off is pretty much going to be a theme, especially up until April. Okay, especially up until April, and there's still other stuff that's playing out throughout the rest of the year. But baby, I can't even keep up with the rest of the year. I try so hard, but I'm just one of those individuals to where I'm good. Listen, I'm good with knowing what's happening right now. The first couple months. So even though this energy is from January, it's pretty much the highlights of 2025, like how you're starting out 2025, what's coming your way. And for you, you have to look at and ask yourself the question, Gemini, what's opposing your value? Can I say that? What's opposing your values? Investments in emotional grounding, business structuring, unseen money, career development and gains, higher education, teaching and learning, secret knowledge, and ailment relief. What the heck am I talking about? You're probably like, ailment release. Yes, ailment release. Mars retrograding in Cancer. Into Cancer, and there's a full moon in the sign of Cancer. And let me tell you, I'm going over that in a separate video during the full moon, so make sure you're subscribed so that you can see and hear me talk about it, run my mouth about that full moon and how it's playing out for you. But I want to make you understand, okay, that when Mars retrogrades into your second house of your values, your needs, relationship, like what relationships has to offer you, finances, materials. Hey, there's some things financially that you might have to revisit to see, like, okay, man, is this something that I can really afford? If this is not the lifestyle I can afford, what changes do I need to make? Or I don't think that you should go small. It just depends. It just depends on who you are. But if you're a Gemini and around about this time, you're just like, no, I'm not going any small. What do you mean going small? No, I want the life that I want to live. You have to understand that is what you have to think, believe, say to yourself, and go towards. And Mars retrograding is going to let you see, if you ain't already seen it, baby, because Mars retrograding into Cancer happens on the 6th. If you haven't already seen it, you're probably more than likely going to be like questioning, no, this can't be it. No. I know it ain't it. And Gemini, you will be right. It's not it. Okay? Because Mars retrograding in Cancer is allowing you to take a step. This is what it's saying to you. Gemini, what do you feel? What is going to make you feel secure? What do you feel like family means to you? What does it look like? And let me tell you something. If it happens to look different from the majority of other people, or what you feel like you have and what you feel like you want, whatever the case may be, so be it. Okay. Then you're going to have Mercury entering into your 8th house, see, this is where, and this is in the sign of Capricorn, this is about investments, emotional grounding, business structuring. So you got some business ideas. You could definitely make money. This could be even some of you guys getting proposed to, getting married, combining business. Let me tell you something. Make sure you do and you operate in, have some sort of legal documentations in order as well, so things can get communicated right. If this isn't a divorce or something like that, you want to make sure that you're getting like things fair and square, you know, between you and your partner. But yes, definitely investments is like making money. You gotta be able to spend money to make money, baby. Have y'all ever heard that saying? No, scared money don't make money. Am I saying that right? I'm sitting here sounds like you gotta spend money to make money, baby. But that's true too. Like, don't sleep on it. But this is where you're looking at investments and like where you're investing your time. A lot of you guys are like, no, I want my business, I want finances, I want lucrative investments. Well, investments for some of you guys is going to be really good, like investing your time or something like finances. If it ain't finances, your time, something you have that you invest inside of a company, a business. This could be somebody that you're working with, but it could be your own, is going to produce really, really good results. But you just got to make sure that it's not going to be something that leaves you on the outs with financial gains. You know what I mean? So it's definitely be like some gambling and stuff that comes along with what it is that you're doing, because some type of way you're taking a risk, but you're structuring your business, or it's good to have some sort of plan when it comes to your finances and like being strategic to that. And then emotional grounding, because, and I see this as a certain emotional intelligence that you're having right now, because you have to be able to, let me tell you guys the biggest thing, if I could just please tell you just a second, what a lot of times people don't understand. A lot of times people don't understand that the way that they see themselves, and I get it, there's nuances to this, but is in a relationship that they're having with themselves sometimes is how their relationship in love, family, even money, since this is the biggest thing that we're talking about, that's their relationship with money. Because you know how some people that don't care, they're just like, okay, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I deserve to have this money, and money, they don't have this issue or this stigma when it comes to how they're feeling, their emotions a lot of times associated with money. Because if you if you look at moon energy is the energy that brings in money and finances and help you tap into it. And it's because you're feeling a certain type of way. A lot of times that allows you just to be carefree, to understand, okay, well, the universe is going to provide for me. And you heal that relationship with money. But a lot of times when you're just like, it's hard for you to tap in, or for the individuals, it's hard to tap into money, or it's always like, okay, yeah, I don't want to be committed to this or attached to that. It's harder to establish a fluid relationship with stuff like money and finances. And don't get me wrong, I don't feel like it's a sellout thing, because it's good to be that individual that can say, okay, money doesn't make me, and it's not everything. But when it's something that you want because you know that's going to provide you with a better life, or you know that you can do better, you have to really work on yourself. You have to really reconnect with yourself to see what is the running program within yourself that's telling you, I don't want to commit to this, or I shouldn't commit to that, or I feel like, whenever it comes to those things. And what it does is a person like that automatically detaches from, and I'm not saying to be detaching is part of it, but from a conscious way. And I'm trying not to confuse you guys, but when it's basically what I'm saying is like self-connection. So being committed to yourself, establishing those values, establishing that relationship, and understanding like, okay, having that feeling of safety and that you're provided for is how the universe is able to say, okay, well, let me allow that to come in, because you're pretty much going to stick to, or really be open and free to the flow of the energy, even if it's like some work that you're doing or whatever. But listen, this is coming up for you. That's emotional intelligence, basically. Like in emotional intelligence, you're tapping into your own emotions in a very profound way. So like when all else fails, when you're looking for other people to satisfy certain needs that you have, being able to and they can't do it, or you feel like they can't, or you're feeling lost or stuck or confused when you're not seeing the results, it's best to go tap into yourself, see how you're feeling. I promise you, it recharges. Doing this recharges and changes. It's like shifts energy. You get what I'm saying? It literally shifts energy for you, in the responses that you're receiving and interactions that you're receiving for people around you automatically shifts. Oh, okay. So a higher education. Oh, no. I want to say unseen money, career development, and gains. And this unseen money is coming from that 8th house as well. But not only the 8th, the 9th and the 10th. The 10th as well. Because you're having Venus entering into Pisces in a true node in Pisces. So it's really asking yourself the question of, Gemini, you got to ask yourself, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your career, what do you feel like you truly are connected to? And it's a spiritual component on that's placed upon it. Because some of you guys are already doing it, but some of you guys are stepping more into that field. So it's like, okay, so if you know you're supposed to be going that way, or basically quit overthinking. Quit overthinking about what it looks like and everything, and really step in to what it is that you're supposed to be doing and want to be doing. That's where the money is at. That's where the love could be at, because you could really be, yes, because this is the thing, your public image is really looking magical to people. And you, like, for some of y'all, talking, speaking, being seen, working in your fields that you're supposed to be working in, working towards your goal, accomplishing stuff, because you're going to be accomplishing stuff, and you're going to be, milestones are going to be passed. That's where some of you guys, you're meeting your lover halfway, that it connects you and your lover, that you meet your lover, like, come on. Or just like make more money with business partners. Could be, Yep, higher education, teaching, learning, So don't be afraid to continue on learning, educating yourself. Because learning could be AI, learning could be you trying to do some remodeling to your house, but you don't know how to do crown molding. You don't know how much it costs. Instead of letting somebody scam you out of what that looks like in the price, go look it up or something. You get what I'm saying? Learning could be anything. Learning could be continuing school. Learning could be getting counseled or something financially, whatever the case may be. Okay? Teaching as well. Some of you guys might be teaching something, and some of you guys can actually get your booties online and make money teaching people how to do something that you know how to do. They want to hear about it, that you got information on. They want to hear about it. Secret knowledge. Now, the secret knowledge really interested me when it came to you, because there's a couple things. First, when it comes to secret knowledge, it's two things going on here. Because one, this is nothing for you to go and for you to just necessarily talk about or discuss when it comes to your goals and the movements of what that looks like. No, you're just operating and you're just going on about your day. Even when in the secret knowledge that you have, yes, a lot of you guys have secret knowledge. And the problem is, the reason why it's secret is not necessarily because it's secret. It's the fact that the majority of people don't understand it, don't do it, can't see it, haven't been living it. But you have the information and you can make money off of it. And don't say, oh my gosh, this is wrong, I can't do that. No, the universe wants you to make money off of it, my friend. And ailment relief. I say ailment relief because Uranus is in Taurus in your 12th house. It's really been, I want you guys to understand, yes, people, enemies, just situations, experiences has been coming out of the woodwork for a sign of Gemini for the past 7 to 8 years, baby. As far as you can think back to these said and unsaid experiences, the more you can see, 7 to 8 years, it's been, And not to mention the gearing up, that stage and that period and that time period when a planet is going from one house to the next. You get it. So altogether, 8 to 10 years possibly. For the past 8 to 10 years. And it took you a while because Taurus is here in the 12th house of Gemini. It took you a while because the experiences you was having, baby, other people couldn't understand it because it was these psychological, subconscious, these, it's one of those things when someone is doing something to you. Have you ever seen those situations where you're experiencing something and it feels like somebody is doing something to you that doesn't feel good, isn't right, but when you go to explain it, like other people can't see it? It's like me randomly sitting in my chair and getting slapped in the back of my head, but then and other people in the room, but they don't see it because they're all facing the other direction. And then when I scream, they turn around and look, and they're like, what is wrong with you? But the person that slapped me is just standing there like nothing happened. That is the experiences that Gemini has been having. And it's been, when your subconscious is and emotional state of being is affected, your physical state of being could be affected. And the fact that 12th house deals with hospitals and stuff like that, you could have been having some ups and downs dealing with going in and out of the hospital, dealing with medical issues. And let me tell you what, I'm telling you, ailment relief is on the way because there's new scientific proven results that you can use and you can utilize that is going to save your life from a certain ailment or is going to change your life from a certain ailment. This is happening. I don't know, because for some of you guys, this might be something that you do now. I would say if you can pick up on it and start doing it now. But if not, it could be up into July when, or a little bit after, just this year, when Uranus is changing from your 12th house to your first house of Gemini, exposing that energy. And I'm going to tell you, do what you got to do now. Do your work now. I know y'all probably like, why are you being so forceful and aggressive, babe? Because this is you know, when you like, you're trying to get somebody to understand something, do your work now. I'm telling you, because it's all going to make sense later. When your Uranus hits, whatever you got, whatever you've been working on, whatever, it's going to take off and it's going to spread it. Did that sound? Okay. But anyways, Gemini, I wish you guys, I'm really rooting for you guys. And you have to, dealing with these energies too, especially like something like Uranus, you have to be able to change your perspective. You have to, the energy will be there, but if you can't see it, you can't understand it because you can't understand yourself, whatever, you can miss out on some really, really good things. And I don't want you to do that, babes. Okay. But thank you for watching and Happy New Year, Gemini. Okay, so Cancer. Cancer, this is, 2025. How 2025 is starting off, is already starting off with a bang. And not only how it's starting off, I know that these energies that I'm talking about is January, but pretty much this is 2025 energy. That's what I'm labeling in the video, because really what you're starting off with these energies is leading you up until April, mid-year. And so it's pretty much going to be the themes, but it's going to be changes here and there. So I just wanted you to see how you can get a jump start into this 2025 year. And for you have taking some steps back, communication and choices on partnership decisions, foreign lands, love and financial counseling, business, emotional debt, marriage and annulment, miraculous events. So Cancer, I just want you to understand, buckle up and get ready. Some of y'all are gonna be doing some strange things. Will really, other people, maybe if you don't, I'm gonna go here. If you don't take this step back to see that everything that you're about to experience this year is really about moving you to the desired place that you want to be. It's really about your significant power in the first place, and then nothing that you got to prove to nobody, and nothing. You're going to definitely lose it, possibly. And for not all of y'all, for some of y'all. And when you lose it, I don't know, because some people might need for you to lose it, okay? Because you've been so many people's support systems, and it ain't fair. But when you lose it, other people are going to be like, what in the heck is going on with Cancer? What's wrong? What? Did we miss something? No, baby, you didn't miss something. Cancer is saying screw you, okay? Now, but if you can understand that everybody gets it, and I'm not saying don't speak your truth. Speak your truth if that's what you need to do. But understand, baby, that we get it, because everybody else is gonna know exactly what you went through or what you're going through, what you experienced, just by seeing how the crap show of these people that you've been dealing with, how it plays out. They're gonna automatically be like, yeah, we know what Cancer's talking about. We've seen it all along, okay? So, and I just want you as much as possible to stay out of self-sabotaging energy as well. That's all that I want you to do. That's all I want you to know about. So, yes, Venus is going to Mars retrograding on the 6th of January. This is just happening right off the bat. About you, take a step back. I want you to inhale, okay, exhale, and step back. Like, physically get up out your chair or your bed or your couch or your table or your workplace or your wherever you at, stand up. Okay, no. If you want to sit down, but I'm just saying, take a breath in, out, deep. You can do it one time, you can do it 2 times, baby, you can do it all the way to 10. And step back. The reason why I want you to stand up, because I want you to actually step back. You can imagine yourself stepping back. I want you to step back, because this is the energy that you're bringing into January 2025. Is it safe to say that somebody might be falling off of something and you might see them and you might be like, I might say, I'm gonna go save them. Oh no, I'm gonna take a step back, and they fall and hit the ground? Could that be what happens? Yes, I'm saying yes, that could be what happens. Because I need you to watch. And then I need you to make your decisions. And you might say, how long do I need to watch? How long am I watching? Oh, you're watching at least for the first couple months of the year. Are you doing absolutely nothing? No. That's not what I'm saying. You are doing things, but you're doing things from an emotionally sound place. You're actually taking care of yourself, self-improvement, emotional stability, security. Because Mars retrograde can bring people towards you that is burning out your energy, that's infiltrating and stepping on your security, that's bringing false senses of security, and you're better off without them. Okay. Communications and choices on partnerships and decisions. Well, yes, that is coming when for you, this is the thing, you're gonna have it's going to be, you have the power in the situation. You just got to make a decision, and I'm telling you what decision to make. I'm telling you what decisions to make, Cancer, so don't worry. But okay, so Mercury entering into your 7th house. This is why Mercury's here. When they see that they're not getting a reaction out of you, when they see that you're working on your security, on your finances, on your well-being, here they come. Of course they're gonna miss you. Here they come. And this is communication, who you're choosing to communicate with, how you're choosing to communicate with them, what information you're choosing to give, what you're not choosing to give. And this is choices. You're going to make a decision. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stick with this or do I move on to that? Even when it comes to business moves, goals, financial opportunities. Because this is all about your security. But it's just kind of like I was telling Gemini. If you're not good and secure with yourself and stable, it F's up your money. Certain people that we deal with F's up our money. Period. You can't make money. This could be really... Now, I say sun and rising. And I'll always say this. When it comes to like signs like Cancer, it could be... You could have a moon in Cancer as well. And this could definitely be true for you. You got somebody is effing up your security. And they gonna have you all out of whack. I'm not saying that you can't be with this person and deal with these people. What I'm saying to you is that you need to deal with them from a different point of view, because they ain't making the best of decisions. I'm just gonna tell you the truth about it. So we got foreign lands, love, and financial counseling, because some of you guys might need that. And even if you don't go into, especially to make important financial decisions, but even if this could be banking, setting up separate accounts, setting up accounts that other people don't know about. And I said foreign lands, yeah, meeting somebody, connecting business-wise through traveling is a possibility. Financial connections, making financial connections through travel. Foreign, some being in some foreign place can help you clear your emotions, help you clear your mind, come up with ideas to make money. Business, emotional debt, marriage and annulments. So with this Aquarius energy, the sun, Mercury, and a new moon in your 8th house, you can have like this whirlwind marriage. Like seriously, you meeting somebody or connecting with somebody and it just hits it off. It could seem magical. It could seem, it could be someone that's different from you, aesthetically or just culturally or something like that, and just like learning from each other, being open to that. You could just hit it off. You could rekindle a relationship that way as well, but you could just hit it off and things go good, and it could be like a rush marriage or lead to marriage. But some of you guys be careful, because you don't want to get tricked or fooled with situations, or some type of truth may come like, okay, yep, this ain't gonna work as well. Some type of awareness, because that comes with Aquarius. And what ends up happening, you might either get married and get the marriage annulled, being like, okay, me and this person, this was just fun, or this was just something that it was a learning experience. It just depends on what side of the spectrum you fall on. And it's because, and this is like your emotional well-being, because it can affect your emotions. It could be a deep bond that you have with someone, and then it could affect your business or money for the good or not so good. But don't be afraid, because you're going to find out what you need to find out. It's about the fact of, are you ignoring the truth of what you find out or not? That's where you take that step back. When that, you do that inhale, exhale, take a step back, and miraculous events happening for you either way. Okay? You got to take that step back first. The answers are going to come to you. It's going to come right in your lap. All right. Happy New Year, Cancer. Thanks for watching. Leo, what's going on? Hi, Leos. Happy New Year. So what I'm doing here with this video is I'm giving you, yes, the energetic details of January 2025, but these energetic details are very much so what's pretty much influencing the rest of the year for you, or through not the rest of the year, but how the year is starting out for you. So please, they're very important. And this is mid-year January, but really up until April for the significance of these energies and how they're starting off in January. I don't know, y'all, what is these sirens for? Because I've been going all day without sirens. So you starting off with a bang. Let me read to you what the themes for you. Hidden money, intimacy and intimacy issues because of money, business, investments, interference. There you go, the interference right there. Found family connections, drained, heavy relationships, partnerships, communication, awareness, dealings, career moves. We're going to start here with the career moves. And then we're going to come back. We're going to loop back around. Because I'm going to tell you what is important with these career moves for you. Uranus is there in your 10th house of career. And this is important because Uranus is here all the way up until July of this year before it moves into Gemini inside of your 11th house, which is another good place for you to be, for it to be. But understand this. Your 10th house is your image and money and goals. Your image and mostly your image and money and goals. Long-term stuff that you work on that actually pays off. And I'm saying that to say this. You have got to be mindful that you have to set in your mind, okay, that these opportunities that's coming up for you, you gotta wage. You have to make the wage. Because I get Leos can be very stubborn with certain things, okay? You have to make the wage, whether the choice is, because every opportunity ain't gonna be the best opportunity. It can look like it, and that Uranus energy could put you in a position where you hurry up and you're making decisions, and you've been doing this the whole 7 to 8 years that Uranus has been in Taurus in your 10th house. But with it this year could be actually setting you up on the right path, in the right positioning before it leaves out. So it's like, okay, well, this choice wasn't the best. That choice wasn't the best. But Uranus is like, okay, well, I'm trying to, let's you had those experiences because you obviously wanted them. Let's put you back in the right positioning, what it is that you got to do. And you have to be able to move accordingly, Leo. I'm just telling you. It's good, the type of experiences that you've gotten to have. And, you know, and you got, some of you guys got to travel or just got to be free and really having free time to be like, okay, here, bounce from here, bounce to there. Maybe it seemed good experiences. Maybe you did not expect it, unexpected when it comes to your money, when it comes to career and all that good things and bad things, whatever the case may be. But you have to even look, you can't get mad at Uranus. You got to look at it like, okay, well, it is what it is. Because when really the energy is trying to free you up to say, okay, have these experiences, have the life that you need to have. But when you're making the choices to further restrict yourself, some Leos do, some Leos don't. And some of you guys have sporadic ideas and sporadic, or like unconventional ideas and approaches, and maybe other people don't understand it and didn't understand it. It don't matter. It ain't your problem. It wasn't your problem. But you keep trying to tie yourself though. You keep trying to tie yourself in though with those people that it ain't their problem. It ain't your problem to fend for them. It ain't your problem to be stuck with where they at. Basically, in all this while you're in this energy and you're something about your thought process and perception that's limiting you, or that was. And am I yelling at y'all? I'm not trying to yell at y'all. I promise you, I'm trying to get you to understand this. But some of you guys could have really seen, you know, ups and downs in your career or finances, but you got some huge developments that's coming up. Like, I just want you to understand that whenever you get this chance this time around, you got up into July before Uranus leaves your sign, and these out of nowhere chances for the past 7 or 8 years. So you guys might be relieved, because you might be like, good, get the heck out of my 10th house, Uranus. But it allowed you to even do business and stuff like that, and have these opportunities that's different from what you could have even imagined. Okay, so please keep that in mind. But I'm saying these chances that come around, you really got to make the decision on, and let this sink in. What do you feel is going to stabilize you in your career and with your goals? What's going to stabilize you, even so that's set in stone for when Uranus moves out of your 10th house? But Uranus going direct, there could be a lot of action just when it comes to career goals, all that, like unexpectedness that comes for you to have to deal with. And it could just, you know, so just really, I just say, like, make your choices from decisions or from standpoints or places that you feel like it's more feasible for you to handle. And I get it. And some of you guys are already doing that. So, or going to be doing that. And that's really good, you know. So, don't worry, you know, I'm just making things, I want to set that off with the career moves. Okay. Cause you have that coming up, but every opportunity ain't always the best opportunity. Every move ain't the best move. So really think about that. And I want to go back here. Hidden money, intimacy issues because of money business. But whenever you have situations, when the issues with money, that's where you're gonna see relationships kind of suffer, fall apart, not do so well, you know, go through struggles. And it happens, okay? It happens. It's not something for you to beat yourself over the head about, but I'm just saying that could be one of the themes that could be playing out in your relationships. I have seen, too, men where they're less likely to commit, or they're less likely to perform at their maximum in love relationships or romantic relationships when they don't feel so confident in themselves financially. So if that's something you feel like you need to get straight, get it straight. But if it's something that you need to communicate to your partner, or, you know, who are you in relationship with or dealing with, okay, that's something that you do, but it's definitely something that is coming up. You have Mercury entering into your 6th house. You have a lot of emphasis and a lot of energy, momentum building up around work. Okay? Work, finances. There's a lot of things that you're communicating or being communicated with you, or that you're learning from work. So basically, something that I feel like experiences that you haven't had, something that you worked at, something that you've done for work is some type of, I don't know, some positioning is getting you ready, or got you ready to make this next move. And some of you guys are kind of afraid to make it, and others of you is really saying, no, I'm going to do this. And it could seem like more work, but I feel like it could be more along the lines of the direction that you want to go in, and it's going to bring you more money. It might be like a lot, you know, at the beginning of the year, it could be, but it's still going to bring you more money in the long run. So developments around work is the focus, networking, communication, some type of information or something about you, your image, what you do could definitely come out around work, dealing with coworkers. And I don't know, this is situations dealing with coworkers. People that you work with, So it could be gossip and rumors as well. Okay. But I kind of feel like you're being a little bit more effective with your desire, like what it is that surrounding your ideas, the way that you think, communicating, heavily focus on your goals. This is very good. This is very good when it comes to what you're working on right now, the work that you do right now, and how it's playing out long term within it core relating or connecting with your long term goals and the long term benefits of that. Magnificent, great, awesome. I love it for you. Investments and interference with investments, because yes, you have Venus entering into Pisces in the North Node into Pisces in your 8th house. This is the thing. Because here, this is where you find money. Like you're finding, I feel like you could take your ideas, or you could take what you know or what you've been learning and invest or be involved with some sort of investment and gambling and stuff like that. Really, you're taking risks, right? Well, there's hidden money in investments here. However, where money can stem from. However, the problem is interference with that, because anytime you're doing any gambling and investments, it's always a risk. This is why I feel like you have to make the decision of what is going, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm going to invest this. I ain't going to invest everything. I invest this portion. I'm not going to invest everything. I'm not going to take the biggest risk of my life here, but you can see gains there or interferences with your gains. So just be smart in that area. But let me tell you something. A lot of y'all want intimacy, but you want true intimacy, or people that you're dealing with do. Because this is what you really desire. And the fact, and I feel like, and I'm going to even go here to say this, there could be some of you guys to where you're working a lot, or your partner is working a lot or whatever, or there's dealing with these issues around money and finances is interfering with your ability to connect with each other. So keep that in mind, because that right there is an interference. But truly, because with that North Node energy, it could bring in marriage for you, thoughts of marriage, that potential, or even if when the 8th house is being hit, divorce could come up as well. And divvying out. Because I kind of feel like with some of y'all, you could be like, man, if it is a divorce or something like that, you could be like, man, like, I put so much into this situation or this marriage with this person, cutting loss or cutting out of it. What am I supposed to do with that? I'm going to tell you, you're going to do great. You're going to do excellent. It could be the best decision of your life is what it's going to be, if that's the case. But some of you guys could be thinking about the ones of you that's not married, or the ones that that's are, but your focus is on how you can make your marriage better. That could be something that you're really thinking about focusing on. Or marriage minded, meaning if you're being marriage minded, you're being like, okay, so not that you're going to go out and go get married tomorrow, but you're saying like, okay, so what do I need to be? What do I need to look for? What do I value in that? What am I not selling for no more and won't be and will not? Found family and connections. So yeah, because you're going to have this is looping around with security, and definitely like situations dealing with hospital type situation, medical situations. Yeah, like a lot of that is coming to the forefront for you and really themed for you this month. And what do I have to say around that? It might be, you know, you're doing like the DNA thing, 23andMe. It might, or like Ancestry.com, finding old family members, finding your bloodline, or somebody might find you through that process. And where it's draining, you have like drained energy here. Because see, Mars is going retrograde inside of your 12th house of Cancer. And it could be a lot going on around your home, family, security, and emotional life and emotional state of being, because you're trying to drive you're trying to make the connection, like the smaller connection, the smaller aspect to the bigger aspect connection to what's fulfilling for you, but actually pays off and actually makes sense. Not just doing something just to do it. You're spending, because it's like you're spending energy and time, and maybe you don't really need to completely get rid of something, but you have to really be like, okay, well, does this make sense for me for the long run? Because if it doesn't, what do I need to do? Because it's draining you. And maybe even like not getting your needs met, not ignoring what your emotional state of being is telling you, what you need to look after, ignoring that to make somebody else happy, or just because you're on this road to somewhere, is draining you. Your family could be draining you. These connections could be draining you. Financial situations and security can be draining you. That's where Mars retrograding in Cancer is trying to have you re-stabilize. Pour into yourself a little bit of self-care. Heavy relationships, partnerships, communication, awareness, dealings, right? You got Sun in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, New Moon in Aquarius in your 7th house. Granted, you definitely can come across new relationships, meet somebody new opportunity, partnership opportunities as well towards the end of the month. And I'm telling you that your partner could be different. Well, different than your typical or than your norm or than what you thought. Way, way different. But at the same time, if you're with somebody, like whoever it is and whoever you're dealing with, they can't, it's kind of like there's a distance there. It could be an emotional distance, or it could just be distance because of dealing with separation, or just the fact that they could be in a different location, or y'all both have things going on. So you have to make the conscious effort to communicate, to stay on the same page with each other. If somebody's feeling like they're not getting the attention that they want or they need, please be mindful to not fall in that trap, because the person or people that you're dealing with and they're not giving you the attention is not because they don't feel like you deserve it. It's really because they have a lot of stuff going on, whether it's amongst themselves, whether it's with career goals, money that they're trying to make. And it will actually do you some good if you make the healthy choices and decisions to let the distance kind of happen a little bit, to be able to take care of yourself, your emotional needs, so you're not draining yourself and you're not burning yourself out. And you're definitely going to become aware of your dealings with people. But let me tell you something. This brings you back to refocusing your attention on your career moves. All right. So you can make the best decisions as possible, the best moves as possible for your near and far future. Happy New Year. Okay, we're moving to Virgo. You're up next. And Happy New Year. I just want to say that the current energies that I'm about to discuss is for your the theme for this year, the first part of this year up until April. Like, what you know, how you started off is really what's gonna make or break your year this year. This is point blank, period. Point blank, period. Okay, so you got lively communications that solidify commitments. Ooh, very strong on that. Very strong on that. Rekindling friendships, new developments, and energize momentum for work. Awareness that paves new grounds for stability, value, and finances. This could be a great and awesome year for you. And let me tell you something. I'm kind of feeling it. This is, what's so weird about it? Because me being a Gemini, like, I naturally get along with Virgos, but sometimes Virgos will be the energy that kicks in to be like, that rains on your parade a little bit, like informing you, nagging or informing you of the stuff you don't want to hear about, stuff to rain on your parade. But y'all are being like, the Geminis, y'all are being like, man, I don't care, say what you want, think what you want, baby, it is what it is. I'm glad to see y'all there. Because you still performing, you ain't letting nothing stop you, you ain't letting nothing rain on your parade, you don't care, and you are being like, please, this is what I do. What's holding you together is that the ones of y'all that's doing what you love, that's doing what you do well, and you do it well, and you do it, and without you, people was gonna be missing it. You add something. You add that vibe, and the bang, and the fact that I'm acting like this way, and I'm talking this way, energetically with you, you can tell you on that lit. They gonna be like, excuse me, Virgo. Like, are y'all drinking? Are y'all what? Because some of y'all got these new relationships, you got these partnerships, you got that work, or you're just like, whatever, you meet somebody, you find somebody. I don't know. You're not letting nothing like bring you down. You're not letting nothing completely stop you. You're like, okay, well, whatever, your loss. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into this, please. Let's get into this because we have Mercury entering into the sign of Capricorn in your 5th house of fun, like talking to people, and it's not just anybody. It's like people that you can make plans with, and like you're not going on frivolous dates. As a matter of fact, they can't even get out your DMs if they ain't talking what it is that you trying to talk, because you just like, nope, I'm glad. It's going to be so many things that you dodge, so many bullets that you realize you dodge, because you're just like, this person didn't mean nothing for me. Like, you're really, really seeing it. You're one of the signs that's getting it. Like, you just getting it. You just like off top getting it. Like, man, I'm not wasting my time. Like, what? Okay, then that's what it is. I this is good. So, but you're having fun. Some of you guys you're doing this because you want something better for your kids. You realize that you want to have kids. You realize that you serious, but at the same time, it's fun. It's because you're in a stable spot, and it's fun wherever the universe locked you in at. You're going to be like having so much fun. It's going to be fun to talk to you. Like, and it's not that you're carefree. You're just good. You just good because I feel like for the first time in a long time, you realized your value. And don't get me wrong, other people realize it too, but because can't nobody do it like you do it. Then we have Mars retrograding in Cancer. For you as well. This is in your 11th house. See what I'm saying? You people coming back around, okay, because they're like, whoa, screw. I don't know if y'all doing some stuff online. I don't know what you're doing. I really don't. I don't know if some of y'all are getting high. I don't know if some of y'all are just like, I don't know what you're doing. But, people are coming back around and they're like, wait a minute, hold up. Wait, what? Did you change something? Like, are you doing something different? Like, they want to know about you. They feel like you're secured. This is another thing, though. You're going out on a limb for your own security. With Mars retrograding for everybody in Cancer, this is rechecking, reflexing. Is that even a word? Rethinking what security means. And then being like, okay, so this is what it looks like for me. And it just is what it is. It doesn't matter if you have to reduce something for now in order to get to where you need to be, or in order to still make things work for you, then that's what you're going to be doing. There's going to be a full moon happening in your 11th house as well. But where you could just let go of things that mean absolutely nothing to your security, and you like really seeing after yourself and taking care of yourself as well is just going to be something that is works out phenomenal for you this year. If you're starting off this at the beginning of the year, I will do a separate video for the full moon in Cancer, so don't you even worry about that. Just come back and check it out. And then we're having for you, yes, in your 7th house, Venus entering Pisces, your true north node in Pisces. This is you connecting with a soulmate or connecting with somebody or individuals that really is, they I don't know if this is gonna be a secret thing at first. I don't know if this is gonna be a power couple thing. I don't know if this is just gonna be something that you work on yourself, and it's like you people wanting to invest in you. Okay, because your true desires is, yes, you having a soulmate, having a partner in crime, having significant others, being noticed, but at the same time being authentically noticed. Like, if it's gonna be a relationship, it can't just be any relationship. It has to be something that's meaningful. You get what I'm saying? And that would be your true desires. That would be your true want and satisfaction for right now. And making money, like, through other people understanding this, knowing this, and providing this for you, but you providing this for yourself is very nice. Okay. Yeah. That's the rekindling. It's like some people, it's like rekindling some significant relationships, and just because it's like you want to be there with each other. You want them, they want you. It's nice. It's very nice, So a way to start off the new year. New developments and energized momentum for work. Yes, that is also something that I noticed for you guys. Yeah. You got Sun in Aquarius, Mercury entering in Aquarius, new moon entering in Aquarius, all in your 6th house. So a lot of advancement with your work when you can use technology, education, insight, openness, embracing the unexpected, being different, being a little bit weird, being your quirky self, just advancements when it comes to work. And whenever you get advancement when it comes to work, you get advancements when it comes to career. So yeah, I just kind of feel like you embracing it, because things are going to come your way, things are going to come your direction. And then you have Taurus. Uranus going direct in Taurus, but this is at the end of the month in your 9th house. So, where there, I feel like while Uranus was being retrograde, you were developing yourself spiritually. You were getting the help that you need. You were realizing a lot of things you were waking up to. You were deciding what direction that you want to go in, how you were educating yourself, where you were going to stay, where you want to end up. And Uranus going direct is like bringing those opportunities in for you, and then after that is going to move in July, is going to move inside of your 10th house in career, taking you even further. Awesome, great, happy I was going to say happy Thanksgiving. Happy New Year. See, look, I'm telling you, people gonna be like, what is Virgo on? But Happy New Year. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Okay, so Libra, what is going on? Finally made it halfway through. Libra, what are your developments for right now? So basically, this energy that I'm talking about is pretty much starting off your year, but into April. And just how the momentum you're starting off the year with, okay? And utilize this, please, and understand it, please, and make necessarily adjustments as needed. I kind of found yours to be pretty interesting, to say the least. Resolving long-term delays and conflicts. They have to be willing to be open-minded, to deal with you, to work with you, to even understand where you're coming from. What do you really want and need to work on is the question that you have to ask yourself, or you should be asking yourself, where you want to work. What do you want to be doing? refocusing on career goals and values, renewing excitement, dating, children, lucrative business opportunities is what I notice is coming in for you. And asking, I love with starting with asking yourself the question, because, and I had to do the same thing with Gemini. I feel like it works great with air signs, because I feel like with air signs, the curiosity has to be there, the question has to be there, and the answer to the question has to be provided in order to really say, okay, so this is what I need to do, and this is what I don't need to do. Okay, so for you, Mercury is entering into the sign of Capricorn. This is in your 4th house, and this is when it comes to those this is where it comes with what this is where it comes to resolving with Mercury being here. It's like asking yourself the question of like what is going to provide you security, emotional security, when it comes to relationship, family, home. Like, what is it that you want this to look like? Communicating that with your partner, like getting on the same page and being willing to do the work. Like, actually, see, I'm not saying that you're not willing to do the work, but we all have these slumps, and we all have like these expectations that we have of ourselves, or what it is that we want to do, or seeing it trial and error sometimes. Okay, so it's like, okay, so where do you now, being where you're at, where do you want to go? How do you get there? And Mercury and Capricorn energy could be a lot, because sometimes Mercury is like, okay, I have these ideas. I know I can communicate it. I know I can see myself there. But Capricorn comes in with these obstacles and, you know, these making these adjustments, trial and error, failing, sinking, fail, and swim. All of that going on at once. But your desires or your need to see it through helps you keep on through the obstacles. Like, if it's something that you know that is realistic or that you can believe in. You also have the Sun, Mercury, and New Moon in Aquarius towards the end of the month. You could be dealing with Aquarius energy, but this is like livening things up. The new spark, you know, being innovative, having fun, going on dates. Even if this is with a partner, like a partner that you had long term. I don't know, something frees up your energy, something frees up theirs, so that you guys can have time, spend time with each other. Some of y'all may end up pregnant, or either discussing. I feel like this, if we can do this in this day and age, really determining, having those conversations like, okay, do you see yourself with kids, with your partner, with who you're dating? How many do you want to have? Because maybe you do or maybe you don't. But there's a lot of focus on children and, you know, communications around that, and being on the same page with your partner. That should be something that happens, instead of just so that we can properly plan for children. I see a lot of times, like, especially when it comes to people that lack certain, I see this happen more with people with money and finances more than people that lack it, you know. And it's not a right or wrong thing every single time. It just sometimes poverty continues off the back of, well, I'm not in a good situation. I'm in an effed up situation, but I'm going to bring children in. And it's not going to help you. You get what I'm saying? So really have those discussions about you and your partner being on the same page about what this looks like. That, you know, a lot of that is going on. You have Venus entering Pisces in the true north node in Pisces in your 6th house of work. Yeah, because you really want to develop your work skills, see the details of how things are playing out in your life, and be more in control of that versus out of control. But your true desires right now is working. Like, you might find yourself more momentum in that area, in ways of looking to make more money, and, you know, developing yourself like in that area, focusing on it. Your health, all of that is important. Okay. Yes, partnership, love, and money, definitely. But I feel like It comes when you can work on these things or be on the same page with your partner with these things. And this is what I'm saying by, excuse me, resolving conflict. And then this person or these people have to willing to be open-minded, because I feel like your approach in life is not limited. You know, you're typical air sign, but people that you're with or people that you talk to, they want to put you in a box that you're not trying to be placed in. I get it. And you want to do things different. And you have these big aspirations because you feel like you should be able to. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. So this is why I'm saying, Libra, if you're dealing with people that's closed-minded or restricted, it's going to be hard for you to try to... I wouldn't explain anything to them. I just wouldn't explain anything to them. You know? So in your 8th house, yes, you know, this is dealing with, this could be ups and downs in business, financial situations, you know, unconventional marriage, relationships, things dealing with money, because Uranus has been in that house, you know, really moving things here and there, you know, marriage, divorce, whirlwind, romances, dealings, you know, moving things around for you. It's going to be there until July of this year. And I just want to say to you that really, instead of looking at it as Uranus has been this big issue, look at it how you can learn off of that energy. Like, what is it really showing you? What is it really showing you that you need to do is trying to usher in? Because it really could be showing you situations that is affecting your money and your perspective, like on who you need to be with, how you're being with them. Yeah. Because sometimes we don't take in advice and stuff, you know, things of that nature until like it's too late. And then you're like, okay, it's never too late. But you could just be like, oh, I see what this was trying to show me all along. It was trying to show me where I don't need to be stuck, where I don't need to be stagnant, where I don't need to settle. Because you never ever really need to just settle for just like crap situations. And then Mars is going to go retrograde, and there's a full moon happening in your 10th house. So yeah, take a step back. Take a step back. What is it that you want to make a decision on? What direction do you want to go in when it comes to your career and long-term goals? Because there's going to be something that you're really going to have to let go of. Something that you're going to really have to make a choice on. And that would be the full moon in Cancer energy, that I will be back, baby, to do that video for you. This is going to be a separate video. So make sure you subscribe and stick around so you can check it out. Other than that, Libras, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. And I shall return. Okay, so Scorpios, Happy New Year, Scorpio. I am glad that you're joining me. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. The energetic updates that I am informing you of at this moment is really about you understanding how the energies that you're bringing in starting off this new year. And it really does kind of play out towards April of this year. April up to like mid-year. I'm really focusing on April because technically the new year astrological new year doesn't really start until April, okay? But the more momentum that you can build on and you can gather to push through to that, the stronger you're going to be when it comes to April. Okay, it's January planetary placements, but it doesn't matter. Okay, this is going to be for the next couple months. To be honest with you, this is how you use this energy to kind of like stir things more in your benefit. And that's what I want to come and bring. So without any further ado, this is what you're really looking at, the themes for this new year. Being seen as desirable. Okay. Being seen as desirable, bringing in business. It brings in business, partnership, love opportunities, educational opportunities, travel. Take some time to get away, soaking up the vibes and moments, spiritual meanings to life experiences and events, thinking on how you could have done something different or something's different, changes in security, emotional experiences, self-love, unexpected partnerships, utilizing partnerships for opportunities. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so let's see what these planets are doing that's ushering this in. Well, you have Mercury entering into the sign of Capricorn on the 8th, like at the beginning of the month, and for you this is in your 3rd house. So communicating in strong commitments, strong associations with your siblings and your immediate environment. So local, I'm traveling is good, but understand like the roots, the local environment. You're going to be operating in that for the information you need for goals that you're trying to play out and everything. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely starting from there. Really, your mind, okay, your mental state of being, stabilizing that is very strong for you. That's coming up. Ideas, communications, making these connections, and it's serious connections, and it's pretty much whatever step that you need to take next. You're exiting from one thing, going into another. In the universe, God, whatever, is trying to get you to understand this and see this. And maintain and establish your independence. So people and situations and things that does not allow you to do that, they gotta go. They gotta go. The sun is going to be in Aquarius, Mercury entering Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius towards the end of the month, all in your 4th house. Okay, so yes, this is situations around your security, making money, having those opportunities, emotional security. So if you let it, it could be something that causes you to be a little bit unstable, because your perception and your perspective on these situations is really what that is. But there could be movement, there could be changes. Like you can feel like things are all over the place or unpredictable when it comes to your when it comes to security for you. But it's not. You're having new opportunities and new financial situations coming in, and new emotional situations coming in that is really helping you, aiding you, assisting you to accepting and adapting and moving into the place that you're supposed to be that's actually prosperous for you. So really, at the end of the day, what it's saying is that you can't depend on other people for this. For yourself, you have to be able to be it. You have to be able to do it. You have to be able to ease your emotions and be secure within your emotions, because your emotions affect your finances. If you're out of whack emotionally, you'll be gambling, spending, giving away, whatever, making not the best decisions for your finances. In return, affects your security. We're not going to do the self-sabotage. No, girl, what you say? We ain't going to do the self-sabotage, because somebody got to tell you. Venus is going to be entering the sign of Pisces Venus is in Pisces right now. And the true north node is going to be located in the sign of Pisces around about the 11th of the month. And this for you is in your 5th house. So what is this saying? Embrace the changes that God is bringing upon you. Embrace those changes. Just go ahead and embrace those changes. You really want to be having fun. You really want to be following your heart. You really want a true connection. You really want love that's real. That's with a soulmate, but that's with that making money doing what it is that you really love. Really, this energy is saying, what is it that you really want to do? Nobody's stopping you. And whatever consequences that you're experiencing is because of your choices and what you continue to decide, whatever you continue to do. But I feel like it's not something that you should punish yourself about. It's something that you got to accept, but you got a lot of power because you know things. It's reminding me of Diddy, y'all, and I don't want to mention him because, like, it's not that I'm on his side about anything, but you best to believe that he was doing some effed up mess, but it was done to him, and he knows about a lot of people and what they've done. But if he's gonna sit there and allow himself to go down by himself, I don't know what to tell him. He possessed a bunch of power before, he always has, and he still does. But he keeps digging a further grave for himself. It's just like Drake. I'm gonna tell you, you know, just being real. To me, as annoying as Drake is getting lately, he's really, I'm telling you, I was like, you know what though? What I can say about Drake though, he got some heart. He got some heart to just continue, even though he lost in, you know, in the situation that he was in. A lot of stuff piled up against him. He still is like, okay, I'm out here. I'm not running and hiding. Now, where I feel like he could do better is he can stop self-sabotaging himself. What he could have done was being like, okay, well, whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving my props, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And chalking it up. Or he could just stop doing the behaviors that's self-sabotaging him. It ain't self-sabotaging nobody else. And just embracing it. He would come back out and be fine. Because people is trying, believe it or not, is trying to be like, okay, come on, we want to help you here. Also, Uranus is going direct, guys. Uranus will be going direct in your 7th house of partnerships. All this time, for the past 7 to 8 years, you've been having these ups and downs, ins and outs, throughs and ins and out. All this stuff going on in your relationship, in your partnership sector, because Uranus has been there. So you've been trying to control partnerships and relationships and the people and how it works when you can't, because Uranus was there, putting you in situations with unpredictable people that are uncontrollable, people that leave and go and come and seem unstable, and it's been sending you here and there. It's been making you feel paranoid. It's been making you feel like you can't trust, when the real thing that it's been doing this whole time is having you just embrace yourself. Focus on your independence. Who are you outside of these people, outside of these relationships? What are they showing you? How do you just let go? No control. It's about to go direct. And you might meet somebody. Because you definitely, one thing we can't say about you, we can't say that you're undesirable, because that would be a daggone lie. And guess what? If they did something wrong to you, if they did wrong to you, guess what? They're gonna see. And if they don't ever tell you, I'm telling you, you are irreplaceable. They can't find nobody like you. Somebody try to stick in through thick and thin. Somebody that's got the heart of a lion for real. But it ain't your job to tell them or convince them. It ain't your job to try to make them be there. Some things you just gotta let go of. Or you just have to accept in the form that it's in. Everybody ain't meant to be your lover. Your one and only. You might start to find something more stable, some sort of relationship that comes in, babes, that, and I'm really feeling this, y'all. That comes in, or that I'm gonna say new because for some reason, even if you knew this person or you know this person, you never really experienced each other. It's a new way in experiencing this relationship. Especially mid-July. It could be situations leading up to it, but mid-July, when Uranus finally moves out of your 7th house, you're gonna see this stabilize. All right. And you do have Cancer retrograding in your 9th house. So, yeah. It's bridging these distances, okay? These distances between you and important connections and things that you know is like something that you feel like you missed. You know, just putting yourself in a position to kind of just really get a chance to take that step back. And it's emotional. But you got to ask yourself the question of, how can you look at these events for what they really are? As hard as they were, as much as there's some things that you wish could have changed, it could have been different, how do you accept it, Scorpio, for what it was and what it's shown you? It's like, why did it happen? Oh, okay. What do I need to see? How can I just let go of the control of it to just exist right now? We're going with the flow. In acceptance. Happy New Year. This is about your security, because it's a full moon in that 9th house as well. It's allowing you to release, to do this. And I will come back and do an independent separate video on what this is and what it looks like for you. Okay? Because can I go back? Because you're being seen as desirable. And this brings in business opportunities. But if you have to be able to do what I'm asking you to do, you have to be able to accept. Stop getting in your way. Stop self-sabotaging. Love opportunities, partnerships, educational opportunities, travel opportunities, moments of spiritual meanings to them. These moments have significant spiritual meanings. Changes in security. Happy New Year. Because one thing's for certain. You gotta allow Uranus to put you in the place where you really belong. Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, where are you at? Where are you at? We're here. It's 2025. Happy New Year. I feel like this is a great time for a lot of you guys, believe it or not. But if you definitely are going to have attention on you, whether you feel like it's for the best or not. And these energies that I'm covering is what's starting off the energies with 2025 up until the first few months, up until April, I want to say, or into March. And yeah, let's see what's going on for you. So the themes for you, starting off the new year is finding money around the house, house provisions, working from home, thinking about material gains, applying for funding, financial opportunities, gift of communication, teaching, a lot going on at work, surrounding health, emotional intelligence. So, yes, Mercury enters Capricorn at the beginning of the year in your second house, and this is about what it is that you find valuable, your value. As a matter of fact, your value definitely increases. Baby, you ain't playing. You serious about it, baby. And other people are too. I feel like you came, you fought, and you will win. You're building through what you're learning, what you're communicating, what you're teaching, what's being taught to you, what is being said, what is being seen, your vision in your mind. And even though the second house has nothing to necessarily do with vision, and Mercury can, because it's the opposite to you and you're a Sagittarius, is what you have mapped out. I want you to know this. And it's going to continue to build. You have built bridges and connected bridges through knowledge, through information, through buildings of structures. And don't let nobody tell you ain't so. Your greatest strength, one of your greatest strengths that other people can despise, and yes, there's better ways that you can do this, I know it, is your ability to let go. A lot of people don't understand it. But it's like, internally, it's like, yeah, you know what, this relationship, this situation, these experiences, I gotta let go of it. It's time for me to let go. Because the ones that you keep and you maintain, you have a lot of energy that you put into it. That's your greatest power. That's one of your greatest powers that other people don't understand. Because they feel like you leave them out in the cold and you don't get it. But it's not your problem. By the end of the month, because with this in your second house, there's communication of something that you might be gaining financially or possession wise, okay? Or losing because Mercury's here. But I want you to understand that through your communication, through the knowledge of what you know, through of how you handle the situation, is where the gains can come in at. In your third house, you're going to be, this is towards the end of the month though, when your third house really lights up. You're going to be having the sun in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius. This is the miraculous state of things coming in, energies coming in to where your security, see what I'm saying? Your security, your financial state of being, your emotional state of being, that gets saved. Like, that's going to be okay. But there's changes that could be made in that area as well, but it benefits you. So this could be you deciding like, okay, I need to work from home. You're spending a lot of time in your home, but making changes, improvements. And when I say finding funding and finding money in your home, it could be like you know how like when you go to refinance your house or like check the value of it, see if you can sell it, see what you can make off of it. You see what I'm saying? Some of you guys getting into real estate and going to be doing fabulous. You hear me? Looking into ways that you can, like if you just like, hey, I want a home. You're doing what it takes to get it. And see all these I can see this as these upheavals emotionally as well, because there could be, a sense of feeling vulnerable or sensitive, or you're dealing with people that are. When it comes to these things, because it's things that you want and you desire, you could be acting out sporadically as well, especially feminine, like the women, ladies. When it comes to Sagittarius sign, we can see this with Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj don't have to prove anything to anybody. She's like, come on. So watch out at your responses to people, because it's affecting your security. It could be in a good way though. The way, because I feel like the ones of y'all that could get up there and be like innovative and be expressive, but be open, be encouraging, be like scientific, sharing your knowledge, whatever you can find yourself doing from home, that can be something that's very beneficial, something that you're creating, something that you go towards that's just like new, that's effective, that people need, that can benefit them. You got it. You got it made. To be able to teach people, to be able to communicate to people, like, wow. I'm happy for you. Like, I'm excited. Venus, I feel like that'll be more, it's going to work out towards the end of the month. Venus entering into, I know Jupiter's opposing you though. Jupiter's opposing you in your 7th house. This is what I said, communication and watching your reactions. Because you got blessings through other people and through your ability to connect with those people. That talk about your fourth, that was your 4th. Oh, no. In your 3rd, in your 3rd house. No, I'm sorry. In your 3rd house is all that Aquarian energy, that sun in Aquarius. But I'm not gonna, we're still holding up what it was that we just said. I'm gonna tell you why. Excuse me. Because everything I just said is definitely coming in for the end of the month. Like, especially it's getting you prepared for Pisces season. Pisces season. That's just one season over. That's just 1 month over. Okay, so but hold on. It's still, I just want to highlight something though for your 3rd house where this Aquarius energy is at. Yes, communication. Like I said, the more that you can kind of like think outside the box, but in a structured way, something that you can bring into, like something you can bring into fruition, into, bring something that you can bring in, like that helps other people, or that is innovative, different, being open-minded. And you have some, I feel like what it is, excuse me, it's a lot of people, now people coming around kind of seeing what you're talking about, seeing your vision, because for a while it was hard for a lot of people to do that. And it doesn't matter whether they can see it or not. You know what is best for you. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're dealing with. And that's really all that matters. Because I feel like the emotional upheaval too could be coming from you trying to get other people to see it. And then people, and like this guilt trip that could be coming. But at the same time, I'm not saying that other people are wrong. I'm not saying that other people are wrong, because we do have to look at the signs, you know. But I feel like you got it. So then I want to go back to the Venus. So you having Venus entering in Pisces and the true North Node entering in Pisces, which is in your 4th house anyways. So you want to work from home. This is about the finding the money from home. This is the real finding money around the home, or like this goes back to doing the appraisals and, you know, maybe making some updates to your home. But this is the slight twist is this, possibly finding, like, dealing with things with leaks, or that it could get prepared. It could get something that could be repaired or whatever. But dealing and things of that nature, or reasons to get something fixed or update your home or whatever. But finding like that you're desiring maybe to buy a home or something, or sell it to get money, that's still there. But I feel like there could be peace around your home. You want peace around your home and your security situation. And you want, some of y'all might want to work from home, or if you're not want to work from home, you want peace in your security. You're seeking security, whatever level that's on, whatever that looks like. You, your lover, your relationship partners, and this is still looking like, for some of y'all, real estate. Things and issues in you know, situations dealing around real estate and business partners in that. But some of y'all, you're going to be loving in your home, like being at home for a peace of mind, for, you know, and there could be spiritual developments here. There could be like spiritual practices or whatever it is that you're doing concerning your home. But really keep that in mind, because your true desires is to do real estate, do something with your home, being financially stable, having security, and whatever, and then this emotional stability between you and your partner as well. It's just, when I'm seeing Venus entering Pisces, there could be things coming up around the around your security, or around even your relationships and business partners that maybe you don't see, that you have to really look into. But I feel like when things are settled, you want to be with somebody that you truly feel like you're connected to, and you truly feel like you want to be with, that understands you, you understand them, even if everything isn't perfect. And that might be what you're going after, versus some status quo. Like what checks off on paper, that doesn't do it for you. You have Mars going retrograde in Cancer, and a full moon happening in Cancer, and I'm going to do a separate video on the full moon. But excuse me. This is in your 8th house, yeah. So retrograde when it comes to like business opportunity, money opportunity. Mars going retrograde. If you're in a rush or a hurry to get married, or rush over documents and things of that nature, make sure that those situations and those concerns are handled and revised and carefully approached. Mars retrograde is going to help you see it, you know, so don't worry. But I just want you to, because there might be something that you definitely end up having to release or let go of. I don't know if this is a marriage or some sort of combining of business or finances or something. And that's something with some sort of financial funding you might miss, that might come back around to you, or something being allotted to you or something like that, or you obtaining, maybe you get some sort of finances or something like that you are owed or supposed to come to you, is going to be released to you through Mars retrograde, even if it's like alimony or something like that, or child support. Definitely could be taxes. So don't, like, I ain't mad about that. But, you know, because remember the themes is, oh yeah, using your emotional intelligence to deal with people. It's and definitely, and I say issues around your health. Yeah. Because you're going to have Uranus going direct in Taurus, and this is in your 6th house. Well, in dealing with work. So very, like, so many things work-wise, that developments that comes up. And I feel like it's best for you to develop a system to deal with your responsibilities and what you have to deal with, and just the unexpected events that come around it as well, and dealing with your health as well. Okay, because there could be ups and downs in that, but I feel like there's some sort of cure or treatment or something that you might end up having developed for you, especially mid-year when Uranus leaves out of Taurus and goes into Gemini. All right, so thank you, Sagittarius. It's gonna be an interesting start to the new year, but you got this. I feel like you got this. You just have to remember that you don't fall off. Don't go and fall off the cliff. You're maintaining. Like, I just feel like you have to see yourself in a position to where you're working, you're doing what you need to do, and you're up for improvements. And yes, you're up to open to hearing other people, but at the same time, if you could just be in that position, that'll keep you balanced to have just about anything that you need develop and be supported. But if you go in there with this, I know this, I know that, I'm right attitude, people are going to come up. It's going to be harder for you to get your needs met. Because the problem is, everybody already knows that you know. They already know that you're accomplished. Happy New Year, Sagittarius. Ooh, Capricorn. Hi, babes. Hey, Caps. Cap. Capricorns, what are you looking at for right now? Because it's 2025. Happy New Year. I do want you to understand that these energies is what's starting off 2025 for you, and it's carrying on the first couple months of the year. And so this is what you need to be aware of, and this is certain things that you need to do or you can do to make sure that you start the year off as strong as possible. And the first thing is, or what I have as my notes are, learning about yourself. Others want to connect with you. Combining resources, focusing on what adds a value to you in your life. Closed mouths don't get fed. What you're desiring is changing and making them prove themselves before you commit. But because you already, Capricorn said they already know what they're capable of. Y'all already know. And then this what changes in what it is that you're desiring. So it's like a lot of y'all are looking at the course of your quickness to commit to something, be steadfast in it, be inflexible, be immovable, and to follow what it is that you know, and how it's conflicting and it's being conflicting to you and your desired outcomes and what you really want in the life you really need, and how you need your experiences to maximize that. Baby, you're learning that your desires are different. Because it's like, okay, well, if it's not going to benefit me, it's not what I truly want, why am I going to settle for it? Who cares if, we don't be together forever? Or who cares if this isn't my permanent job forever? I'm not settling for it. Ish. Okay. Well, this is the thing. You have Mercury entering into Capricorn at the beginning of the month, January the 8th to be precise, that's helping you see these things. Aha! And for once, you're not fighting Mercury. You're seeing how Mercury has some good freaking points. And I'm going to say this. Yes, Mercury did have to revise the way that it, showed you these points. But you're like, by golly, I see. I think I get what I think I get what's being said to me, what's being shown to me, what I'm thinking. I'm connecting with it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm doing what it is that I need to do to make the necessary changes that I need to make. Having you redo or change your behaviors, relook at things, change your perspective, and then people are really looking like, okay, yeah, I want to connect with Capricorn, and you're really looking at where you want to connect as well, and that's what is happening. Come on, you can do it, because your ability to do this and do this effective towards or by the end of the month, mid to end, when the sun is in Aquarius, Mercury enters Aquarius, and the new moon is entering in Aquarius, affecting your money, affecting your worth, your value, how you connect, how you get what you want and what you need is your ability to be open to this. New understanding and integrating yourself in these new advancements. There's new technology, new advancements. Use it. Where are you limiting yourself? Because you want to get what it is that you need. You want to get at a certain financial level. You got to be willing, baby, to come out your comfort zone about this. And The secret is it's going to work like a charm. Huh? Okay, so, okay, and your third house is definitely activated. See what I'm saying? Because you really want to be in communication. You really want to communicate with the people of your past. Catch up with people. They want to catch up with you. Okay, you want, some of y'all might be in, like, get involved with a soulmate. Forgiveness is here on the table. Rekindling. I'm talking like to the point of yes. There's conversations about what happened in the past that's going to happen. You can't operate and move forward on something that you don't really handle. You can't move forward on a lie. So the real is going to have to come forward. And you're going to have to acknowledge it. And they're going to have to acknowledge it. But the type of relationships that you build moving forward is going to actually work in your favor. That's what you really want. That's what you really desire for your emotions, for your needs, for that, the connections to take place. And some of you guys can make money off of your ideas, off of these communications, off of these networks. Uranus is inside of your 5th house. It could have been some back and forth, up and down when it comes to situations involving your children, okay? In relationships with them or with them. But I'm telling you, like, that's going to end up stabilizing out. Especially the fact that Uranus is finally moving out of your 5th house. So it could have been crazy in love, especially if you're a Capricorn that was dating. Wow. It could have just seemed like these people, these situations was just so out of the norm, so different from what you usually would deal with, so unstable, so uncommitted, whatever. No, they were just different. Uranus was just ushering in this different energy for you, or it just wasn't time for you to solidify these things. But there's things that you had to learn. There was things you had to awaken with. And these people and these relationships and these situations were showing you that because you're stubborn as all get out. And Uranus has to come in and really shake up your energy for you to get it. Okay? Capricorn, it's not the time for you to say, well, and all this time, it wasn't for you to say, oh, well, I just remain true to myself because I stick to myself and I know and I'm going to make them pay. And it's just, it isolated you. Didn't communicate effectively. Closed mouths don't get fed. There was no understanding. That has to be made right. And some of it has already started to be made right, but you got to get over yourself. That doesn't make you wrong. But right now, it's not about what's wrong and what's right. It's about the truth. It's about how you feel. This brings us to your 7th house. This is where Mars is going to retrograde into Cancer. So you have to get these things right. This is just, and it ain't just on you. It ain't just on you. I promise you it's not. But understand, you would know the position that you play when Mars retrogrades on January 6th. I promise you would know on what moves you should make going forward. Because it's like, are you the Capricorn that things has to come back around to you? It depends on your placement. If you're a Capricorn rising, that's probably more the solution versus Sun. Sun, it might be you coming back around to things or see things differently. A new approach. because this is affecting your security and satisfactory relationships or partnerships coming back around. And there's a full moon in Cancer happening on the 13th that I will be doing a separate video for, to let you see what you're releasing in order to do this. Wow. Because it's like all this time, you weren't living. You were living through somebody else's eyes, or through like kept feeling like, dang, somebody stole my life, or like, dang, like, this isn't my reality. Like, this isn't where I want to be, or how I want to be doing it, who I want to be with. Happy New Year, Capricorn. Aquarius. Hi. Hi, it's almost your birthday, Aquariuses. I didn't even tell Capricorn happy birthday, and it's their birthday. But theirs was kind of heavy. So, God forgive me. So, these energies are for how you're going to start out 2025 strong and maintain it up until about April. Okay? And your themes, the notes I wrote down for you is amazing new developments. Wow. Really have to open up to communicating and learning about what you want to do. What are the next steps for you? Spiritual connections and practices associated with what you want, and don't ignore this. Changes in security, home, family, feelings, and work can seem daunting, but it's necessary for you to readjust yourself. It's time to make elements known. Stop ignoring the obvious. Great awareness. Great awareness. That does usually happen to us around about our solar return. But still for you, okay, I said amazing new developments because, you're on the precipice of something, it's like, how do you connect this? For some of you guys, listen, you gotta be willing to put yourself in this position to where you might have to pass something down or educate others on how it, or what it is to do, what it is that you do. You see what? Oh, thank you, God. Let's see, because where do we start for you? The end of the month. Because you got a little bit of time. The sun, Mercury, and the new moon is happening in your sign towards the end of the month. January the 19th is when the sun enters in Aquarius. So this is about how you're thinking, what you're communicating. It's not a hold back on it. New financial money make opportunities, or that's when this will come in for you. Because other than that, you're sorting it out. So to get what you want and need, I want you to understand, it seems like a mystery. It seems like there's these hit and misses. Okay. It seems like, because you're like, it was like imaginary money. Because you're like, do these fools feel like I got imaginary money? No. Because the question is, what did I say the question was? Really have to open up to communicating and learning about what you want to do and what are the next steps for you, because baby, it ain't normal. In your second house of your wants, needs, value, is spiritual. It's deeper in meaning than what you feel like you can explain or what you feel like people can understand at the moment. Don't you worry about that. Leave it to the Geminis. because there's a change in the age, there's a switch. I'm not saying you're not doing anything at all. I'm saying that you need to prepare, or you're taking on a Gemini like quality, educating, teaching, understanding how to break it down to feed it to people, or getting somebody else to do it. That, however you want to put it, okay? But what I'm saying to you is that if you spend too much time trying to getting in a rut about convincing people or having to do things in layman's terms, because I get it. You're kind of like, I don't really feel like wasting, like, I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over to people. I don't want to keep having to go over this same thing, teaching people. I just rather do it for them, or either I just rather just, lose my patience and flip out on them or whatever. No. They really don't get it. And sometimes it makes you feel like you don't get it in return. But this is special. It ain't for other people to get. What you need, what you want, what you desire. It might seem like to other people, oh, you ain't making that much money off of it. You ain't going to do this. You ain't going to. How? But it rings true to you still to this day. The format, the way that you're going about it, all that matters. They don't have to get it. But you're making these significant connections, like these special connections. That really has no description. But it's what you need. It's what makes sense for you. Yeah, we're getting down to the truth of it. Because there could be truths coming up around relationship, partnership, what it is that you need, what it is that you desire, the truth about that, what it looks like, who you're partnering with, where the money is going. Because some of y'all's relationships needs ain't normal. But that don't mean that it's a void of love. Some of y'all, you can't just solely focus on this one person and this one thing and this one situation the way that they want. It's not in you to do. So you're not wrong. For some of y'all, your lover in a love situation ain't conventional. But you already knew, I don't want this conventional situation. Even when it seems traditional and conventional, it ain't. Because the way things are ran, the way things are how they play out against your will sometimes makes it that, But there's going to be money. There's money. When you make these connections, that's where the finances dwindle in. But I feel like the universe wants you to realize that it ain't about the finances, though. It's about what's true to you. It's a shift that's happening, or that happens over the collective of the people. In the system, the way that it was, it has to be broken down. It can't be the same. So everything can't be about money, but it was about what you start, what that passion is, what it looks like, and how the others will come in and usher it along. Message. And I get it. Your home, your family life, your emotional security, events that take place to shake up your emotions, to get you back to the self, to make you understand that you're not supposed to lay dormant in these areas, and the fact that what it's supposed to look like, it's been topsy-turvy for you. But working at the same time, crushing your stability, but working at the same time, you've been moving, ducking, weaving, dodging some kind of way, making it work. It's about to go direct at the end of the month. And let me tell you something, a lot of stuff that's going to be set in stone for you. Some interesting developments around security in your family and solidifying things. And then, whew, it'll possibly be stable like you want. Ready for you to make that next great move. By July, when it moves out of Taurus, thank God, out of your 4th house of security, family, stability, into the sign of Gemini, where it operates better, and especially for you. And finally, things can go back to what is normal to you. January 6th, Mars is going to retrograde into Cancer. That's kicking all of this off. And there's a full moon that's happening in Cancer around about the 13th, but I'm going to talk about the full moon specifically in a different video, separate video from this, babes. But this is happening for you in your 6th house of work. Because it's like things ain't working. Things ain't working the way that you, it's like, wait, what am I supposed, what, like, why is things not working? It is. Hey, don't get me wrong. But not your typical way. Remember, not the typical way somebody would stick out security. They want to know, see, they want to know, hey, Aquarius, how are you doing what you're doing? See, that's when your people are really taking notice here. How you're remaining secure, but you ain't got to do ish that you don't want to do it. You're doing what you want to do in order to do it. No matter what it looks like. It don't matter no more. It doesn't matter anymore. People are like, yeah, like, and you just going about your business like it's typical business and days as usual. And people are like, wait, what? That's where the money comes in. But I will tell you, because you might take this thing where you reverse and you back up and you're like, wait a minute, for the work. There's things that you're going to go over. There's things that, you're reapproaching the situation and getting it together and mixing and mingling and doing what you need to do. And it's like, okay, what does security really mean? Because it's like, why am I doing what? Like, some of y'all have already figured this out. Some of y'all will, and you're going to be letting go of the things, the behaviors, the perceptions, whatever you need to, whatever's interfering with that, your approach in order to make these changes, okay? To your security in your finances, in your family situation, in Mercury is about to be sitting in your 12th house. Can't ignore that when it comes to how you need to emotionally take care of yourself, what subconsciously stops you from, expanding, especially psychologically. I kind of feel like it's just your life experience is just the fact that you've been sent here to do things and live life the way that you do, but other people don't get it. And it's so confusing sometimes. And it's hard sometimes. And it plays a doozy on your mind, on your psychology, And for some of you guys, this is like medical stuff that needs to be healed, or that's talking to you, communicating to you, and really telling you what your next steps are. But some things comes to light, some things that you have to come to this truth of in order to really deal with, and you cannot not do it because this is dealing with Capricorn. But it tells you where your blocks are. It tells you where you're being limited. It tells you where you have to make these changes and these necessary adjustments. hidden stuff coming out. And I feel like you're speaking it. And because it's Capricorn, you're not, it's for others to others understand it though. Has to understand it. Saturn could definitely represent Capricorn. The public. Spiritual components. Karma. Society. In the way that society has been paved, the way that it's been paved, and how and why, and the uprooting and upliftment of that. For you, you come to this awareness of what you have to deal with and what's being blocked, or the blocks all of a sudden dissolve itself. And you realize you don't got to be stuck in the same paradigms and illusions as everybody else. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Ooh, this is a good one, Aquarius. Just in time for the Aquarius age. You definitely are not limited. You don't have to go. It's like, what do you got to do? You don't got to necessarily go be like doing things the way everybody else does it. You definitely live life on your own terms. What's secure in your relationship? So you might have a relationship where your partner makes some money, you make some money, and y'all bring it together and y'all got bada bing, bada boom, a good life. You might say, I don't want no freaking mansion. I just want to live decent. I want to live nice. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be breaking my back, working all these hours and this and that. And it's like, I'm living just fine. Okay. Well, anyways, Happy New Year, Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarius. And thank you for watching. I will be back. Okay, so Pisces, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Pisces. Last but not least. Okay, because I got something to say. I really have some things to say about you that I've noticed. And I'm like, nah, granted, I'm a Gemini, but I think it could be because where my positions of my rising is, y'all are falling in like my 3rd and 4th house. Okay. And I'm just like, and you know, I always had a crush on Papoose for some reason. I'm a very, like I said, it could be because I'm a Gemini, but I'm a very lyrical person. I'm a very, I don't know, like, I like spoken word. He got like that New York swag, and I've always been like into like when I was younger, anyways, like the city type, the men with the city type swag. They was just like always so knowledgeable and enlightened. I don't know, but anyways, Papoose is definitely a Pisces, and I seen this short of him and his daughter. I think it was yesterday or this morning, but I was looking like, oh Lord, just so regal and defined, and just, it's like, what y'all got going on where y'all just know y'all got it like that, and you're not even really trying. I don't know. It's crazy. Oh my God. Anyways, so these planetary, this stuff that's going on, this energies or whatever, is for like bringing in New Year, bringing in 2025, and how you get your momentum built up to start it off strong and going into like April. Okay. But the year, you know what I'm saying? How you starting off the year, you know, and like the developments. And for you, I have effortless attraction. Papoose. Adjustments in which you attract. That, yes, I'm going to tell you this, because it's like you, for some reason, you kind of like redefine. It's like you don't want to be attracted in everything. So you're making adjustments in what that, you're just like, I don't want to attract that over here. I don't want to attract this over here. Even though it seems like you might be anyways. Unexpected communication, outside your comfort zone, changes in behavior according to new awareness. And it's because of this new awareness that you're going to find, or that you found, or that you have. Kids come first. So you're doing like a lot with the kids and a lot of moves that you're making. You're just like, you know what? You want to be present, and you just want things to go differently for them. You want life for them to go as like that. You want to be in the moment. Taking a step back from frivolous dealings, putting new developments and ideas to use, developments in science that can work on your behalf, and people want to know more about you. They do, because you're kind of like that strong, you're not even strong, you're like that silent type that could take a lot or be experiencing a lot, but other people don't get it. They think like you're magically showing up and doing A, B, or C, but it's like a lot that you're experiencing that you don't put words to. And people can often see it when they're dealing with you and when they're around you, you know, so, but you don't always communicate it or whatever. So let's start with Venus entering into your sign. And this could be where this attractiveness is coming from too, but people want a partnership with you. They want to love you. They want ya. This could be making relationships with you and your spouse, between you and your spouse and your partner, stronger. And the true north node is about to be in Pisces too. That's why that this magnetism could be happening for you as well, because the north node is going into your sign on the 11th, and this is where spiritual components come into play. Things associated with secretness, mysteries, health, emotional states of being, medical advancements, and and things of that nature, because we're dealing with Aquarius energy as well, is coming to play. And people understanding this spiritual part about themselves, getting to know themselves, making known what was secret. Okay, that is the attractiveness of the Pisces. It is bringing things to your awareness too. What it means to be you, and acknowledging that instead of putting that to the back burner for other people. So money is associated with this as well. I don't know, you might be doing some different work, some extra work. Your spouse may be coming into some more money. You could be. But you doing what is right for you. Doing what you love. Like doing it and people wanting more of that. And if you're not doing it now, actually making the changes that you need to be in that, be in that position, or put yourself in that position. Now, at the end of the month, Uranus is going direct in your third house. And let me tell you, I get it. Uranus has been there in your third house of communication, things dealing with your sibling, things dealing with siblings, things dealing with your immediate environment, causing you to kind of like have a lot of runaround and, or wanting to be outside of your normal environments, maybe even travel. Uranus has actually expanded your mind and your thought process and your awareness and your perceptions. Or whatever. It's not been the easiest things, because a lot of the changes that you had to go through in order to expose you to this, but it's definitely going to be beneficial, and it definitely is going to move out of that third house. So a lot of what you were thinking, a lot of what you were doing when you just think you get comfortable, boom, it's going to move it to your fourth house, making even more changes. I'm just going to say that in July, so I think, you'll be okay. You'll be ready. So also we have Mars going retrograde in a full moon. Mars is going retrograde on January the 6th in the sign of Cancer in your fifth house. And there's going to be a full moon here. And yeah, dealing with something around your kids, or dealing with something around, you could be feeling like there's something that you have to lose or you have to sacrifice. And it could be in terms of love, or that what you thought that meant. Retrograde is there. So I feel like maybe you could have, if you thought that you were ready to move on, maybe even your approach, something that you're doing around your security, around what it looks like around your family life, you might be restoring that, like I was telling you, or you might be ready to actually deal with it in order to resolve certain issues, in order to, resolve conflict or whatever the case may be. And it could be, I would say don't ever do anything just for the kids, but I kind of feel like you're reestablishing your passion and what it looks like. And this is you being present and you getting what you need out of your experiences, out of just really stopping and looking at things and having a different approach. Like, I don't know, it's like you have a new attitude when it comes to letting go and being able to, as I want to say, communicate, because that's coming up as well. But don't necessarily hide your experiences. You know, what you have to say and what you have experienced could definitely be helpful and beneficial to others. I just want you to know that. But yeah, Mars going retrograde into Cancer, it's like it could be time for you to get serious, or other people to get serious about you and understanding who you are and what you represent. It's a very individualized thing. Like, you can't do it from a dependent place. You can't do it basing your actions and reactions off of what other people need. And guess what? Yes, people will be mad. And yes, people will have a problem with it. But of course they would. But your identity goes beyond that. Mercury is entering Capricorn in your 11th house on the 8th. So yeah, a lot around those new scientific developments that really is benefiting society, is benefiting you as well. But this is like using these devices, technology to communicate, learn things, be open to different experiences. You might start communicating and meeting new friends and surrounding yourself with different people as well. You know, just kind of coming out of your comfort zone and, you know, really using what it is that you learn and you know to advance yourself, to go towards your goals, real goals, and step into that. And, you know, it's a bit of the unknown. It might take a different turn for you, but it's going to be worth it. And then Aquarius season, starting on January the 19th, brings the sun into Aquarius. More towards the end of the month, Mercury enters Aquarius, and there's a new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house coming back to you. Making sure you're taking care of yourself. You know, there may be some things that you handle with a lover, or with, you know, things dealing with like medical situations, health situations, behind the scenes, working things out, communicating with each other, seeing where it is that you really want to be, where you really want to go. But I'm telling you, you define this based upon what it is that you want and you need as well. And there's new money making opportunities you could possibly come across too, resulting in you being able to operate individually and have your individual needs met, and learning yourself, having fun, but being serious at the same time. Having fun with the truth. Because whatever is illuminated to you and comes to your awareness, it's doing that for you to use to your advantage, for you to learn, for you to grow. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there, and I want to say Happy New Year, Pisces. Much love to you, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and come back, because I will return. Thanks, babes.